Hey pals, we all know how stressful school can get. Whether it's the pressure of exams, the anxiety of group projects, or even just getting through those long study sessions, it's tough. But here's something that can help. Excel Gum, Canada's #1 gum brand, is bringing you the Back to School soundtrack, an ASMR and Beats fusion album that's all about turning that stress into confidence. Next time you're hitting the books, pop a piece of Excel Gum and tune into this perfect study vibe on Spotify or Apple Music. So why wait? Tune in, enjoy, and let's conquer this school year together.
And welcome back to another podcast. Another episode of the Pals Podcast. I am your co-host, Danny.
I love how you say Danny now. I
also didn't say Danny Galarno, but that's fine. Danny. Just Danny.
And I'm your other co-host, Ricky. You know, so I didn't say Leordi. I just said Ricky.
Yeah.
Then who do we have on today?
We had Keyah.
So it's fun to have Keyah because obviously some people listening might have been around from the beginning, but Keyah, as we mentioned on the pod, was one of our early guests, and I'm going to go back and look at it because if he was on when he said he was on, he's got to be episode like one of the first 10.
Yeah, which is crazy. And then now he's back on now. I'm here, and longtime friend of yours, new friend of mine, my new real estate agent.
Some good stories. That phone story
and
is hilarious.
He's doing so much too. Like, we didn't talk real estate at all. I actually thought we were going to talk real estate, but we didn't talk that at all. We talked about all his other ventures and just really, like life.
I fucking love Keyah.
But
Keyah, we love you, man.
We a lot of fun actually just sitting with him. I also kind of like we said, just sitting with him for an hour uninterrupted.
It's nice. Anytime we have friends on, it's always nice to just catch up and do a proper catch up.
Yeah, because like when you're out meeting them for like patio drinks, there's obviously other people there and you're not sitting there talking for the whole time.
And I feel like you have more meaningful conversation. Like, as weird as it is to say, because we're talking with a bunch of other people too, like technically with the listeners, but I feel like you have more meaningful conversations when you sit down. Even like the J-Lac episode.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we got deep on that episode where it's like, I see J-Lac out and about. We don't have like deep, meaningful conversations like that.
You're actually having a real conversation with people.
Yeah, interesting. But Keyah, we love you. If you listen to this episode, well, I hope you listen to it back. But yeah,
we're excited to see what happens with you in the future, everything that you're putting out.
Yeah.
And yeah. Let's fucking go. I don't sound like that.
Okay, Danny, what do we say?
Let's fucking go.
Keyah, welcome back. When were you on the pod the first time? I don't even remember. It's like probably one of the first like 30 episodes.
When were you forcing us to huddle around a fucking computer with 3 chairs?
I was original. George upstairs.
Oh, yeah.
Were you upstairs, George?
Yeah.
So you're one of the first like 20
I was
episodes.
sitting behind you two. The only one drinking. You promised me that we would all drink. And you both day of said we're not drinking. And I
Was this during COVID, Mike? Was this during COVID?
Pre-COVID for sure.
So you were one of the first 10 episodes.
I'm honored.
Bro, that's actually crazy.
Crazy. And it took you this long to invite me back. God damn.
Yeah, you and Danny did it. Okay. Danny wasn't even around back then.
There was no Danny.
Fuck, that's wild. That would have been 2020.
It was
February 2020.
Right before COVID.
February 2020.
Holy shit.
Because we only did like 10 episodes before COVID. Because COVID was March 17th, give or take.
Because when did we do Europe? Europe was 2019 or 2020?
2019.
Okay, so
for the wedding, for George's brother's wedding.
That was it, 100%. Yeah.
Holy fuck!
That was a great pod too.
How much time flies since then?
Fuck. Dude.
Oh my god.
No, it's good to be back though. Thanks for having me.
It is.
And Danny's here, which makes the show so much spicier and better.
Spicier for sure.
You know what's funny?
Tell me what's funny, Danny.
When we first went to go see I went to go see condos with Keyah. Maz came with me, and then we're talking about like Mykonos this year and like the wedding and everything, and then we're just like talking about like George, and he's like, "Yeah, do you guys have like any rules?" We're like, "Yeah, we have one rule when we go, like no ATVs." And Keyah just starts laughing. I was like, "I already heard the story." He goes, "That was me," and then it was just full circle.
I ruined the privilege.
Wait, does everybody? No, I never get ATVs because I know I'm too drunk to drive, so like I wouldn't even bother. But did we tell the story about the drone last time we were on the pod?
I don't.
Danny, do you know the story about the drone?
I don't think so.
You want me to tell it or are you going to tell it?
You take it off.
Okay, so this is like second last night in Mykonos. We're all there. We just got back from one of the clubs or something. We're back at our villa again, like gorgeous villa. We're overlooking a bay in Mykonos, basically. So we're on the top of the mountain, like looking down on the bay. There's like all these beautiful houses in front of us. There's a couple nicer ones behind us, but you could see a bunch of nice houses on the other side of the bay. Couple really
Scorpios.
Yeah, you could see everything. It was.
Oh, wow.
It was a.
Was it
gangster
Scorpios?
house.
Maybe it was Scorpios,
on the other side of the pier.
Yeah. So we're there, and it's like 4 a.m. at this point. I have no idea why Keyah decides to like get his drone out to get like video footage of all the parties and the lights and everything.
I wanted to set up the drone I wanted to set up the drone 20 feet above us, just panning. I wanted to set it up and just put it aside so it just films us and just like make a cool video out of it. And then I set it up. It's starting to film. And then I get this notification on my phone. It's like, you are breaking federal FAA regulations. This is a
No-fly zone.
No-fly zone. Yada, yada. I'm like, do you wish to continue? I'm like, whatever. Continue. I hope that's not going to incriminate me. But anyway, so this thing is, it says that I do that. All of a sudden, it says disconnected.
And you see it start
and this
moving.
drone starts going backwards immediately into the water. And I'm like trying to reconnect, and it just keeps going.
And we're all drinking hammered. Like we're all hammered. And we're all partying, drinking. And then you see a Keyah, and then like Lewis goes over, a bunch of guys go over. And then we're in the back, and I was with my ex Becca at the time. And we're just looking, and we're like, what do you think's happening? Like, it's gotta be something serious. We walk over, and then all you see is like one little like kind of light just going off into the, you know when you see a plane, how it looks like a little miniature thing so high up? It basically just started to look like a little plane just taking off slowly into the distance. And then eventually we lost it.
The worst part was, okay, there's a little more to that. I jumped on the ATV with Artie, and we tried to chase it down because I thought getting a closer connection would help. We go to the pier, and it's like a cliff, and I'm like, he goes, I can't go any further. I'm like, keep going. There was like one of those scenes like driving off a cliff. Like, I was like, and he's like, so we stop at the edge, and that's when I just saw it go. And then a plane even was coming into land. I'm like, oh my God, this is about to be an international incident. Yeah. But like, it wouldn't have been my fault, I have to say, because I didn't have connection on it. So
it was hilarious.
So you never saw it
and then Keyah was so defeated out.
Oh, people walked out to me like, what's going on? I'm like, I just watched $2,000 fly away.
No.
It was brutal.
That's kind of a good story.
It was hilarious. It was truly.
That trip was unbelievable.
That trip was epic.
Yeah. From start to finish, every stop was planned meticulously, obviously, with this guy. And that just brought back Ibiza memories, too, with you and George.
And Copenhagen.
Oh, my God. That was 10 out of 10.
Some stories we can't tell on this podcast. Mom, I love you.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay. So since then, obviously, me and Keyah remained really good friends. For those listening, Keyah is now Danny's realtor. Keyah is also my realtor. Helped me get my current home that I live in. Helped DB get his current home, sell his current home. Now he's with him and Danny are working together to look for a home in Mimico.
Long Branch, something just outside the core. I think good transit, more space will be unreal for her.
Where do you see the real estate market going kind of in the next like 3 to 5 years with interest rates and everything?
Interest rates, if they start to come down.
Which they have.
Again, it's too early to tell if they're going to consistently go down. There's so many factors that would hinder that rate reduction. But assuming that the rates are coming down, I think we're going to see definitely the market picking up again in probably like 3 to 6 months. They're predicting that the rates are going to drop half a point by end of year, and then a full point end of next year. So I think
so
the
that's
market,
not bad.
That's great. No, it's great for the market.
It won't be back to where it was like 5 years ago, but
no. It won't. But it won't be there for a while, and it'll never go back to COVID rates either, unless there's like another pandemic. God forbid there isn't. / if there's like a world war, which hopefully not either. But overall, like the Canadian real estate market is so fucking resilient. And every time that people have a prediction about it, I used to be like super like, yo, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. I'm like, and like the Canadian market is so strong and it continues to be like, it's wild.
Well, I remember hearing when all these like interest rates went up, I was like, oh, cool. I'm going to be able to get a sick condo. Like I'm going to get a sick condo at like the fraction of the price because like people aren't going to be able to afford these homes. I'm like, I'm going to be able to upgrade a little bit. And it's like, no, you can't. Like, well, you can upgrade. You just got to pay more.
100%.
Like, that's it.
COVID was a great time. Like I got so lucky with my cottage.
Yeah,
Got
your cottage
really
is
really
fucking
lucky.
nice.
I like
It's odd. I still haven't been up there though. Weird.
I've sent out the invite.
I-
Not a Google invite,
I
but
don't know.
I've sent out multiple.
Did you know he doesn't even fucking use invites? He messaged me today. He's like, "Yo, we 7:30." I was like, "Bro, it's on at 6." He's like, "Oh, perfect. That works better for me." I'm like, "Check your email, bro. I sent you the invite." And then I opened the invite. He hasn't checked it.
How do you know that?
How do you not
How do you know I
use-
didn't check it?
Oh, so you just checked it and didn't fucking accept it?
Well,
Thanks, man.
So wait,
I
what do you
appreciate
use
that.
to like?
No, I do. I still use it. I just must have overlooked that one.
Oh,
Because like I live by my calendar.
I
He's like,
saw
when
your-
are you
I
free?
saw your
I just
calendar.
screenshot. I said, these are my days. Every single day has something on. I'm like, okay, I'm either this Tuesday or
I'll
I
show
can do
you-
like Friday at this time or
Don't make me
like
pull up my
very
calendar. I'll show
specific
you my calendar.
times.
My
I
calendar
can't
looks
live
sexy.
anymore without my calendar.
My calendar's
I'm
sexy.
getting it.
It's there. It's full.
Like
But
I have tomorrow night.
see, then
booked
how the
my
fuck wasn't
calendar.
it in there? Because if I send it to you, it goes into your calendar automatically. It just says like one of those like, it's not accepted. It's in your calendar.
Hold on. Yeah, it is here.
So why the fuck did you ask me what time we on today?
Well, it's because I didn't double check to see what time we were on. Because I could have swore I told you 7 and I didn't think about it again. I'm like, okay, cool. Because you said 8 and I'm like, 8's a little like a little
and I
late.
sent
A
you
little
the, and then I
late.
talked to
A little
her,
late.
Yeah.
and I sent you the invite for 6.
Yeah. I
See,
coulda
today would have been a good day to do like 6 o'clock and then go for drinks after.
That was the original plan, but I think there's.
With Keyah, it was.
You said that last week.
Did I? Fuck. Well, I was thinking great thoughts.
Last week you said,
I'll
oh,
have
if
a
we
drink
get
with you.
Keyah
You want a
on.
drink?
After this, absolutely.
No, like right now.
I'll have one.
I'll have a beer with you, Sleeman's.
Pitch. What is that product?
Sponsored product by
Sponsored
Ricky
product.
Liordi. Sure.
So
Okay. Anyways, what were we talking about? I don't know why I didn't even continue
us.
that.
Where were we?
I got completely lost right there.
You guys can't do your jobs without me, eh? God.
No, I've actually
Sleeman-
never
is Sleeman
paused. I've
is
never
Sleeman a
paused this
sponsor?
long.
No, but I did some work with them, and they sponsored our pickleball team. We could talk about meme paddles. Who wants what?
I'll have whatever.
I don't care.
I'm easy.
I'll
You
take
are
the smaller
easy.
one.
You like small ones, eh,
Clear
Danny?
2.0.
Okay.
Does Sleeman want to hear the crisp cracking of one of their beers?
It is a nice
ASMR.
sound.
That sounded really good.
Okay, Keyah, let's talk about meme paddles now.
What do you want to hear? You inspired it. You were
I
the
love
one who
that.
originally inspired it.
I got you excited about pickleball,
Yeah, easily.
and then
We're filming content at your house on Friday,
Yeah.
which is gonna be great. I'm gonna get your mother.
Ricky
in
got
it.
most people in Toronto out of our friend
You-
group.
Yeah, no, out of our friend
out
group.
of our friend
yeah.
group.
And
And,
all
like-
my friends that play pickleball is because of me.
I think I say this like not to oversell it, but I think you might be like the biggest influence of pickleball. A, that I know for sure, but B, like in Toronto, I don't know who else would be more of a like an advocate.
No,
speaking
No,
for
on-
no,
I think
yeah.
recreational
Rec-
pickleball.
Yeah.
You're,
Recreational.
Like,
you're the biggest influence
let's
for
say this.
recreational
I'm
pickleball.
the biggest influencer of like nightlife, King Street pickleball.
easily.
Yeah, like if you're on
There's
King,
no close
because
second.
there's like guys on my team like Mark Godfrey. Like if you play rec pickleball at like the local rec centers, you know who Mark Godfrey is.
No, I know,
He's
but
like the fucking
I'm
dude.
talking-
He's my guy. He's like
He's
one of
my
my
guy.
players. He's like well known. Like people come up to me like, "Oh, Mark's on your team, isn't he?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my guy."
No, but like, I'm talking more of
Archie
just
Mark.
like people playing for fun with friends.
Yeah.
Like you would probably have the most influence on that, talking about how much you love pickleball and getting people to
getting people
even just
fired up
going
for
to
it.
play a game.
Yeah.
Versus Mark's like people who actually like want to get into it and learn the sport a bit more.
Yeah, I'm a good social pickleball guy.
Yeah.
Okay, meme paddles though. So you started playing. You played pickleball with me that one time in Florida.
Yeah.
Me, you, and
When did we play in Florida?
yeah, Christmas holidays 2 years ago.
With Brooks.
Brooksy, yeah.
Brooks as well. That was was it Meme Paddles already in motion then? We played way before then. Your backyard court was already up.
My backyard court's been 2 years now.
It's been 2 years. Yeah. So it's about like it took me like 8 months to get it going. Fuck. There's so many updates there. Like it's doing really well. We've had to revamp our pages, like really tighten up to.
For those who don't know what it is, what is
Okay.
meme paddles?
Meme Paddles is a combination of pop culture memes that all emulate feelings that you feel when you play pickleball and just paddles that are just easy to pick up, set of 2, 4 balls and a bag. And we sell on Amazon.com. We're not on Amazon.ca because obviously the American market is a lot bigger. The South, they can play all year round.
Oh, yeah.
But and American corps are a lot better than Canadian corps to open up businesses.
How was it opening up American Corp?
Dude, it's so much better.
What's better about
Wyoming
it?
has 0% corporate tax rate. You obviously have to pay sales tax for whatever state you're selling your paddles in. But like Shopify, Amazon, they
already do it.
They already have that. They already have that in their
Built in
algorithm,
the AI.
built in the AI. Right?
How'd you build the website and everything?
Shopify is done by just this team from one of my investors.
Okay.
They built that out for us, and then Amazon is obviously FBA, super easy. They're streamlined.
Very
You're
easy,
paying for it. It's not cheap.
I've heard that.
But they're good. But I didn't realize how much of pricks Amazon are.
Like, what do you mean?
They don't give a shit about you. Like we have to put in ticket after ticket after ticket. We're missing inventory. They don't give it. Like they don't care. Obviously, they're too big to care. But like it's your problem. And like I don't know how else to put it. It's just like there's obviously such a big machine that they have. I'm just one drop in the bucket. But holy shit, I would have figured that they would have like a little more hands-on, like easy to reach kind of
Like a streamlined
customer
process.
service. Yeah, it's not an easy customer service to deal with.
I'm not saying I've heard similar things, but I know that Amazon is like
We cheers, by the way. Like,
yeah,
this is-
yeah. Cheers. It's my first drink in like 13 days. But who's
First
counting?
Drink in
Who's
how many
counting?
hours?
12.
12 hours.
Feels like I went to bed 12 hours. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I've heard Amazon is like, it's not what people think it's made out to be. Everyone thinks like, oh, I'm going to get on Amazon. It's going to be amazing. It's like, no, they like respectfully rape you on how much money they take.
Oh, yeah. 35%.
And then once you
typically.
like climb to the top of the Amazon rankings, which is the end goal, to stop spending ad dollars
Yeah.
to get to the top.
Yeah.
Once you get to the top, Amazon just takes your idea and just replicates it and puts it for $5 cheaper, and then they're good.
100%.
Like I know, actually, Dan, I don't even know if I told you this. My brother started like a random side business like 3 or 4 years ago, and it was he like watched a YouTube video or like did a bunch of research. You can find products that sell really well on Amazon that have really good margins and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So the product he designed was a ring holder. So a little, I don't know, a little gift thing, almost like a bomboniera kind of thing. Do you know what a bomboniera? Yeah, okay. I'm just asking.
I don't.
You don't?
No.
You nodded at
See,
me.
I would know more. than
I'm just nodding in
He
agreement.
nodded at me. That's why.
I'm nodding like I'm agreeing with what you're saying. I just
Okay,
don't
so it's
know
like
what
a
it
little
is, though.
like gift
Like
you'd get
gift when
at
you-
like a wedding or something,
Okay.
like or like a communion that the person who's getting married or communion gives to the guest.
Got it.
any kind of like
Like a loot
event.
bag.
Okay.
Yeah.
An adult loot bag.
It's
Adult
an
loot
Italian
bag.
loot bag.
Yeah, it's an
Adult
Italian.
It's
Italian
an
loot,
Italian
got
name
it.
for a loot bag when you give out to someone.
Bomboniera?
Wait, okay, random. What's the English word for busta? You know what a busta is?
No.
I want to see if Danny gets the English word for it.
I truly
There-
don't know.
Like literally, I don't think there is an English word for it.
An
An envelope with money.
monetary gift. It's a monetary gift.
No, because a busta is always cash. Not always,
No.
but like it is.
Monetary gift.
Have you ever given a busta that wasn't cash?
Yeah,
Really?
I gave a check last week.
Oh,
Check.
no, it's always
I
gonna be
love
cash.
it. I
I
love
gave a check, and it's actually I googled it because I was like, "Fuck," I didn't have time, and I was like, "You know what? It's the same shit." It's actually safer and better to give that because majority of the boostas get lost, and at least that way I know exactly.
Majority of
when it gets
bustas do not get lost.
That's what
Apparently
they
they
claim, so
do.
they get more from you.
checked. Statistically, online, apparently a lot of them get lost.
Is that true? Is this like for weddings, right? Are we talking about for weddings and whatnot?
Any Italian.
See, I did this for a wedding. It's my first one ever.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to our show. My brother created this little like ring holder. It was like really cute, well designed. Spent all this money to get to like the top of the pages to
Did he
sell.
manufacture in China? Like do all
Yeah,
that?
drop shipping
order
and all that stuff.
inventory.
Yeah, did
Oh, so
everything.
he did drop shipping or he
Yeah,
ordered?
no,
he
he
bought
did drop
inventory.
shipping.
Okay.
Well, no, sorry. He bought inventory but stored it at the Amazon headquarters
Yeah,
or
okay.
Amazon warehouse or whatever.
FBA, yeah.
Yeah. He did it, and then like he sold out of his first 1,000, like was doing well, and then he's just like, "Fuck, it's so tough because there's so many competitors. Every day there's like a new ring holder coming. That there's another Jonathan trying to fucking climb to the top of the page.
Right.
Because if you get to the top of the page and you don't have to spend as much ad dollars, you can make bank on Amazon.
Right.
Like,
I
it's
also just think it's so much better in the States. Like I actually am like, I look at the influencers like pages, their storefronts, and I actually will use them for certain like people that I follow, and they're like, oh, I got this on Amazon. Nothing delivers to Canada, and it fucking sucks.
Jess, we should make an Amazon storefront.
You guys should make I don't
the-
know how you
for the
haven't
merch,
already.
For the merch,
You know why?
absolutely.
Well, no,
No,
even
no,
just
just
for
like
my personal
it's
brand.
like personal
right?
like brand like products, and then you would get actually a portion
So,
of the sales.
I was gonna do it for the. Remember how I did those videos, things my mom bought on Amazon this
Yeah.
week?
Yeah.
The problem is, anytime I see anything tax related in the States, I'm always like, not worth it. Because even so, on my Instagram page, I have something where
I'm telling you, it is worth it.
yeah, but I just don't want it.
I'm
So
telling you,
on my
get
Instagram
as
account,
much
I'm
US
allowed to
income as you
have
can.
ads on my channel,
Right.
on Instagram, and you can make good money. And like with the numbers I do, I can.
Because if someone buys from you.
No,
through
it's
you,
just
essentially,
again.
right?
No, the way it works is that I'll get paid for each ad that gets seen while people are scrolling through the reels on my page. So on like at any given time, you can watch an old video or watch any of my ads. I'll post an ad and then 4 days later, it'll have 5,000 more views just because people are coming to my page and just scrolling through my reels.
What? Cool.
The problem is I'm always thinking, what if I fuck up my taxes in the States? I can get arrested or something.
In the States, if you don't file your taxes, they'll fine you like 25 grand. In Canada,
Don't
they're
they
a lot
arrest you,
more
though?
lenient. You can in the States, they'll put you in a cage, which
It'll
is
be
wild.
fine.
But
That's why I literally, because like I'm like, it's not worth it for like $5,000 or something. Like I'm not
worth it.
risking.
it's definitely worth it. Compared to like the States is just so further ahead and like more business friendly.
You also have
than
a house
Canada
in
is.
Florida. Like that's a lot easier.
I
for
love
you
that
too.
house. It's the best. It's the best.
I was just literally just telling Danny that I'm gonna be spending a lot more time in Florida this year.
Yeah.
Like I'm not like slowly planning my retirement, but I'm slowly planning my retirement.
Your house was the first house that I realized that doors go outwards instead of
Florida.
inwards.
Inwards.
And I'm like, why? I'm like, this
You know
is
why,
I'm like,
right?
I know. I
Yeah.
get it now. Your mom explained it to me. I'm like, first you open the door, I'm like, what a shit
Is it because
house.
of like
I was
hurricanes and stuff?
I was
Flooding?
thinking, I'm like, what a shit house. I'm like, why does the door open the other way? And then they explain it's because a hurricane winds. I'm like, okay, I'm the idiot. That makes a lot of sense.
But yeah, no, I especially this winter, I think I'm gonna go each month. I'm gonna try and go down for 6 days each month.
Each month.
Like for all 5, like the 5 of the bad winter months. So November, December, January.
We should
February,
plan some
March.
podcasts out there.
Just ship this thing out or what?
No,
we don't have to
just-
ship that. We can do it anywhere.
Yeah, we can just take the mics.
That's
And the
my
lights.
that's my way of inviting myself.
Dan, you're always invited. I told you. You didn't come last year. You were supposed to come once.
But he didn't end up going. And then
Mhm.
I was gonna go with Elaine, but then my passport was getting renewed.
Oh yeah, Florida, and we're gonna get back to meme pals after this. But Florida is just life is just. I hate saying it. Life is better down
Well, no,
there.
because it's sunnier. We're here in the winter. It's depressing. You could go to anywhere else in the world that has a sunny winter, and you're gonna think it's better because you're
But
not
I
dealing
just
with
find
here.
that the
it's
people in
also
Toronto
home
in the
there.
winter,
Yeah.
versus the people in Florida in the winter, it's night and day.
Because of the sun.
Yeah.
Think about how happy Toronto is. We've talked about this in many podcasts. How happy it is as soon as the sun comes out. Patio season today. You come downtown. You're watching the city. You took a walk here,
See,
and now
but-
you're like, holy shit! Oh
Yeah,
my
but
god!
there's
I want to
also,
go on a
like,
patio. People
I
are
feel like
nicer.
traffic's not as bad down there either.
It
Well-
could be way worse. But for the most part, because we're on vacation, like Fort
Yeah.
Myers is nothing.
That's
The
another thing,
traffic
you're on
is nowhere
vacation.
near. Fort Myers, Naples side, the Gulf side is nowhere near the traffic on the Atlantic side.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Like it'll take me to go from T-Mac's house in Delray Beach to Miami, sometimes like 3 hours if it's bad
Miami traffic. Remember how
Or
bad
it
it
could
was when
take
we
you
were there
an
for
hour.
New Year's?
That's also New Year's.
Okay, still, it doesn't matter. There's always something going on in Miami.
Toronto traffic on New Year's is terrible too.
Yeah, but again, there's always something going on in Toronto. There's always something going on in Miami. Any big hub, Fort Myers and Naples are retirement.
Toronto traffic, like 6 people working on the Gardner. Biggest.
Don't give a
shut
shit.
down 2 lanes of the Gardner, and every time I drive by it, there may be one person working.
Okay,
Like what?
have you noticed? You know how like the construction going?
Also, I love how we're all over the place. I
I know.
love this
Sorry.
right now. No,
You
I
know,
love it. I
you
love
have
it.
a cottage near mine, so you take the same route as me. I'm
Yeah.
assuming. You know, like right by like the King City, all that construction was done last year.
Okay, King City. They put the new HOV lane in.
Yeah, they added the 4th lane
Okay.
or the 5th lane. I don't
Yeah.
even know how many lanes out. Did you
I
notice
think-
a difference already?
Has
I've
it
noticed a
opened-
difference.
Has it opened yet?
Yes.
Has it opened
There's
yet?
a small part right at 9th and Davis that haven't opened yet.
Yeah, okay. So they
But
haven't-
right below that, it's instant like
past
breeze.
Wonderland, right at Wonderland.
Right before that,
Right
yeah.
before
Well,
Wonderland.
right north of that.
Yeah. You fly now.
It's like I complained
take-
for a summer, but it's so much better.
Do you take it even if you're alone in the car?
Yeah.
HOV?
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
I never
Are you
do.
kidding me?
Ever.
I close my sunroof so you can't see in my car with the tints. And then I'll like put the secondary seat. I'll reach and put it down so it makes it look like maybe someone's laying down.
Okay, well, God forbid, like,
Yeah,
it's not like we don't have apps on our phones that tell you exactly where the cops are.
Yeah,
They're
wait.
not always accurate.
Okay,
They're
but sometimes.
pretty accurate. They're pretty damn good.
You're telling me on the 407 you're going 100?
That's different. I'm following traffic.
No, you're not. I'm for sure every morning.
Ricky's
not
a
following
romantic.
traffic.
He's slow and steady. Wins the
No,
race.
I'm like 119, 124
yeah.
every time.
I actually remember
I
you
do
driving
not.
124 consistently. That is fucking weird.
It's like wild though, because I feel like when you're in the car with me, you're like, oh, you're not going fast enough. Like, oh, be more aggressive. And I'm pretty an aggressive driver.
No, well, because anytime we're downtown and people aren't like people who live downtown who aren't downtown drivers bother me.
Yeah.
Because you have to be aggressive.
I'm a
If
downtown
there's-
driver.
You have to.
well, it's maybe obviously that day you weren't, the day you're referring to. Because if there's a gap between two people, you make the right hand turn.
No, for me it
Or
was like
go
a
through.
highway driving with you. And I just remember you being like, go faster, go faster.
Because you're coasting that. Then you must have been going slow, Danny.
I'm riskier when I'm alone. It's just my life at hand.
I think the same way. I'm like, if I have precious cargo in the car, I can risk my life necessarily.
Yeah, but like someone else's life I would never want to be. But I was scared. I was on the 407 last night, 10:30 at night, about to hit my house. I'm like going maybe 130, 135, which is not that crazy.
Allegedly.
And
Got you.
I just randomly see a cop just like in the black, couldn't even see anything, pop out. Right in front of me, pulled someone over like 20 seconds after.
You're kidding.
But I was like, fuck, that could have been me in two. I could have been that next car.
Me and George almost got snagged. I was going about 127-ish, 128 on the way to golf this weekend. And you saw the cop pull a bit. And I'm like, fuck. And me and George are both looking in the mirrors. Because George's a passenger. He's
No
looking.
worst feeling in the
Oh,
no
worst.
worst
The
feeling
worst.
ever. No worst feeling
I haven't gotten
ever.
tickets in so long, and I've been on a good streak, so I'm just like trying to avoid it.
I'm not going to jinx myself, so I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah.
Okay, but back to me, pals. Available on Amazon.com. Are you on like Facebook and stuff? Like, can you buy directly from
You
Facebook?
can't buy from Facebook. We're going to be setting all that up. We just want to really revamp our social media and content game before we put that big push out there.
Yeah.
Before I ask you to do some content for us again and you tell me no.
Okay, can I ask
He
you a
makes it
question?
seem like I'm a bad guy.
No,
here.
he's
Let me
not
ask
a
you-
bad
Makes it
guy.
seem like I'm a
He's
bad
not
guy.
a bad guy. He's
Let me
not a
ask you
bad
a
guy for the
question.
record.
Obviously, there's the memes on the paddles, but how does your paddle compare to another like recreational paddle that people want to play with?
Just as good as any other rec paddle. We are perfect for like, we go play right now. Us four play right now. We'll have a great time with them. Will you notice a difference when we play? For sure.
But
with the
because
high-end
he's playing
paddle.
with expensive.
Exactly.
I did not know how much your paddles cost.
Yeah.
Holy mother of God! I went to go buy one.
You need to go buy a good one.
300?
Me and my sister were gonna go buy a paddle. We were gonna go buy paddles until he gave me those ones to use, and I was like, "Oh, Selkirk. Oh, I know this brand. Oh, I know this brand." I look online. I'm like, "Holy fuck! I play a couple times a year. I am not paying that."
But that's the thing, right? Like, if you're not playing like with the thought of playing in tournaments, trying to get better, trying to like compete,
Yeah.
get a rec level paddle.
Well,
Get one that
I
looks
still
fun.
compete. I still compete, but
No, but you know what I mean. Like,
tournament.
there's a difference in me and you, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm competing to like I'm traveling to fucking enter tournaments. Me and Elaine are going to Albany, New York this weekend,
unreal.
so we're gonna play. That'll be really fun.
no, but like when you think about it, I was just thinking like tennis rackets. Like I have good tennis rackets at home. I've had them for
a
years.
top tennis racket can still cost $500.
I know, but that's why I was like, oh, if a tennis racket costs $500, pickleball must be like $100 max.
Yeah.
I didn't realize this. I just
$100
didn't.
max. What was the ratio? Okay, $500. The sport's
I was
like the sport's like
I was like-
1/5 of it.
I was like, there's nowhere near tennis. It can't be anything more than $100
Like
for a good paddle.
a good basketball nowadays is like $80-$90.
I have
You know what I
not
mean?
bought any type
$80,
of
$90
sports
for
equipment.
basketball. A good soccer ball is $200.
Ridiculous.
So then a good basketball's got to be around 150, 200.
Yeah, that's why I actually didn't. Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Sorry,
Soccer
just
ball.
really put into perspective. So, anyways, back to what you were saying. There's no difference.
No difference. No, it's definitely like we would have a great time. I'm gonna bring a couple on Friday too. We're doing the whole shoot there, so you're gonna see the whole catalog. But
Which ones are you most excited for?
Trump Biden are the banger. They've sold the most easily
Oh, yeah.
by a country mile.
Wait, do you notice it by state?
Yeah, all Florida.
Oh, yeah.
All Florida, a couple in New York, like a couple in Texas, one in California off the top of my head. But Florida is like everybody Florida and Trump and Biden. That's like
I could see it.
That's the most.
So
that's
New York's
sold.
actually I don't know if you noticed this last time. A bunch of courts they added to Central Park,
Really?
and then they're actually turning parking
Yeah, I
lots
saw
and
that
different things
actually.
into
Yeah,
pickleball
Instagram.
courts throughout the city because there's not much room.
Not much real estate there.
Yeah.
Well, one tennis court is 3 pickleball courts.
Yeah.
So like, if you're a park in New York, one tennis court fits 2 to 4 people.
But they're also switching some like basketball courts that they had into pickleball courts instead.
Basketball's tough because a lot of basketball, again, you can like 10 people can play at a time.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, one basketball court can make 3 pickleball courts, but you know, okay, you have 12 players as opposed to 10. It's almost the same kind of numbers, right?
The last time I played at 8 a.m. in Trinity, one of my clients invited me to come play with her. She was there late, so I just like hopped on, just like put my name down. This 75-year-old guy absolutely rinsed me at 8 in the morning. I'm dripping sweat. This guy barely bent his back. I don't even think he can bend his back. He's that old.
Well, one of the last times I was playing in Florida when I was down there around a couple months ago, a guy with an oxygen tank on his back, like literally like the straps to his nose.
You're kidding.
Like, and he's like full, like it's 30 degrees, and this guy's fully like got like compression arm things, got gloves on. Like zero part of his skin was touching the sun because like he's just that old, didn't want to get burnt. Has the oxygen tank like up, like with the cable or the wires up to his nose, got the tank on his back. And this man was
tank
ripping.
on his back?
He's got the tank on his back, like a backpack with like an oxygen tank.
Actually sounds
And
fire.
this guy's just fucking there, just played for like 3-4 hours. He's got to be like 80 years old.
Maybe that's the move.
That'll be me when I'm like 80.
Science experiment. I think we should try that.
I'll be
Oxygen
like 80
tank
years
on the back.
You man, you just
right
old
in the
man, like.
Play for hours.
Is that a PED? Because it's pure oxygen.
Yeah.
think
Well,
it would be.
you can't do it in sports because you're not allowed to have like an extra attachment or something, right? But
No, I think claim a disability.
yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. That'd be interesting.
But yeah.
So okay, what you have the Trump Biden, you got the dog with the house on fire.
The I'm fine. So the dog's sitting. I'm fine. That one's with the Jordan Peele, sweating.
Yeah.
We have Kim K and Pedro Pascal eating the sandwich. Kim K like doing one of their viral faces that was a good meme, and Pedro Pascal eating the sandwich. Just sitting there in the cardigan. And then we have SpongeBob and Homer.
Yeah.
And then we have the baby doing a fist pump, and the one that a couple of my friends didn't like, but it's selling well. It's an individual paddle. Is Michael Jordan crying?
Oh yeah, the Michael Jordan one.
People are like, dude, and I'm like, it's a good meme. I don't know. I'm sorry. Like,
do your friends just send you memes now all day? Be like, yo, kid, this.
I have a full file just full of meme for like different seasons, and like, because we were thinking doing like a cool thing would be like season 1, season 2, season 3. And just kind of.
So let me ask you, like, okay, the Hawk Tuah girl. That's
I'm
like
just thinking that.
Like that's the biggest thing on the internet right now.
Yeah.
Last 2 months ago, it was girl in finance or a man in finance girl.
Yeah.
Right. Like, how would that? Let's say you want to do that. Do you have to reach out, or can you just do it?
I could do it. I think you could do it because it's public. It's public. It's not like a trademarked quote. It's more of like a public kind of.
What if you wanted to use her face?
If you want to use her face, again, I think it's a public picture as far as I know. And if she wants to come
Well, if it's
after
posted
me,
on social media.
if she wants a piece of it and she comes after me, then it's good news that it's so popular that I'm getting.
Well, did you hear about her merch? She's not even the one selling the merch. She went on the podcast and said that a friend from her town of like 800 people reached out and said, hey, can I sell hats and sweaters with your face and like the slogan, whatever. And she's like, yeah, no problem. Like, sure. Not getting a cut or anything.
Nothing?
Dumb.
Nothing.
She wants to like expand as not being the Hawk Tuah girl and like whatever. What do you have going for you?
She wants to expand what?
What do you have? You're not even selling merch. You could be making all your money from that right now.
But yeah, maybe she's working. She got an agent now, so maybe she's
Within
doing
3
something.
days, she got an agent. That's wild.
So maybe she's doing something.
I
We
saw
don't
a
know.
post working on like a reality TV show. But like, how didn't she get a cut of the merch?
Well, the
Like,
girl in finance,
What
sorry,
a
the man in
blunder.
finance girl got a record label, a record deal.
Who did?
The girl,
I'm looking for a man in finance.
She got a record deal?
Yeah, she got a record deal. So maybe it's a one-song record deal. Who knows? But her song's also been remixed and played
David Guetta.
over. I think it's over 150 million times already between TikTok, Apple, Spotify. Because there's like 8 different remixes,
Wow.
right? Like
big artists.
Wild.
so again, think about it, she's like, again, she'll be done by the end of this year. No one's gonna remember her.
Yeah.
Like I have more followers than her. How wild is that?
Well, 'cause
She's the biggest thing on. She was the biggest thing on the internet.
the song was the biggest thing on the internet.
she made the song, so
Yeah.
she was the biggest thing on the internet.
Are we talking about the girl who's like 6'5"?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the girl who made that. It started off
Wow.
as just like a TikTok.
Yeah, that's wild. You're just one TikTok away from
Blowing up.
virality like that.
Being on the Ellen show or something.
Wild.
That doesn't exist anymore.
Does it?
Ellen show's
The
done.
Kelly Clarkson show.
Didn't they cancel her show or something because she was mean?
There's
Like,
a lot of like,
a lot of people who work for her said like she was mean.
yeah, I heard that, but
Mean,
again,
mean.
she still continued after that, all those allegations. But I think it's like completely done now.
No, I never watched
Kelly
it.
had a
Clarkson's
good
the
run. It's a pretty good run.
So what's next for Meme Paddles?
Meme
so
Paddles?
you're gonna obviously launch the Canadian market eventually, I'm assuming?
Canadian market, yeah. I want to do more pop-ups. Once we get more virality and the content out there to the right people, then we're going to be pushing it more online for sure. We have a good team behind us, good investors, good friend group of people who support us. So, I mean, I'm excited. I want to see. We're thinking about a premium paddle too. Got some samples there. I got one with Drake on it. I hope he doesn't sue me for it, but I'm gonna send him a paddle.
I mean, it's easy. You know where he lives.
You'll
right?
see it. I'll bring it on. I'll bring it on Friday. It's dope. It's dope. So I envision us having like a premium paddle, like picture doing pop-ups, like just fun stuff, just having fun with it. You know?
You should do like pop-ups at like Trinity and like all the good local spots too.
Oh yeah.
'Cause it's not hard.
Are
to
you
do.
allowed to? Like, yeah. Who's gonna stop you at the end of the day?
Are they gonna come get you?
No.
What do they say? No. You move away.
Move down the street or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to like Stanley or something.
Yeah. True.
Have a big party.
In the States, like again, the States is like so much better for pickleball, and like that's where I honestly see myself there for 6 months of the year. That's
Fucking
the plan.
right, Keyah, buddy. I'll see you down there.
That's the plan. No, that's the plan for this year. Get a place. You know my girlfriend.
Yeah.
You know, Vay. The plan is in October, November, to get a spot for 6 months down there.
Where?
Between Fort Lauderdale and Miami. Yeah, I know. It's only 2 hours or just a quick little drive.
I know, but come on my side.
No, it's too. It's
For
too
6 months,
slow.
it's too slow for I think.
It's too slow, and like we are gonna do like so much more work. We're facilitating like a serious pipeline of business for us. We have like a great network in every part of, like honestly, even in the Gulf side, we have people in Clearwater, Tampa. We have people in Fort Myers, Naples. We have people on the Atlantic side in Palm Beach, down to Miami. Agents that we just refer out to that we're just gonna be facilitating Canadian buyers who want to invest in the States, and like we're gonna be a one-stop shop. It's great.
I love that.
It's I think people are kind of looking to expand their horizon in terms of investment, and like Florida is time tested. I'm so fucking bullish on Florida too. It's like it reminds me of like Toronto in 2013 when the condo market and everything was just starting to fly. Like that's where I see
Keyah,
Florida
just
going.
look at how many of like people exactly like us that are getting tired of, I don't want to say Trump, but just like Canada, the GTA, even like Ontario,
Canada, yeah.
where
Sad.
how many people have you spoke to in the last 5 years that are like, I just want to be down in Florida?
Exponential.
Maybe not just Florida, sorry, the southern states where it's warm. Like my condo is nothing special. That's like $900,000 Canadian, give or take, maybe $800,000.
Yeah.
$800,000 Canadian, let's say 600 American, gets you a beautiful home in Fort Myers.
Absolutely.
Like a beautiful detached, probably 3,500 square foot, 2-3 car garage with a pool and a gated community
100%.
for my 750 square foot condo. Like that's fucked. It's actually fucked.
I mean, look, you are in the most popular city in the country, right? So there's value
Well,
there
we've got a
for
terrible
sure.
homeless population. We've got a terrible drug problem. We've got unemployment's not terrible. Okay, that's fair. Traffic's brutal.
Yeah.
Like
It's only going to get worse.
it's only going to get worse. We've got people who are trying to stop the 413, which is the most ridiculous thing in the world.
Don't get me started with these people don't make sense.
Yeah, this is
People-
a happy episode. So we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, like there are so
Yeah.
many. Everybody I talk to now is thinking about how to get down to Florida in the winter, especially because COVID made a lot of people work remote.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, you know, Danny, who's to say you couldn't work from Florida?
Okay.
You literally could.
My boss is actually gonna do a course
Just
in
sitting
Florida
the
for
sun, just
Canadian
working.
investors.
Well, my aunt does it. So my aunt Anna, even though she's in office every day, she takes a month or maybe 6 weeks and works from Florida.
It's great.
She brings her laptop. She sets up. She goes, I work. And my view is the ocean. How
Horrible.
the fuck do you go wrong?
Horrible.
She gets a place with a nice outdoor deck. She sits down, makes her coffee, gets to work, goes for a walk at lunch.
Why not why look at the ocean when you can look at homeless people in Lake Ontario?
I'd be stuck in 2-hour traffic there and back. Like, it's fucked, man.
Dude, and like I love how COVID showed everybody kind of where you want to be in a situation like that. Like Florida was just so do your own thing, alive. I was down in Naples at the Seat to Table. Seat to Table is the #1 grocery store in the world, by the way.
See, do you know what's funny?
And if you don't,
people go crazy for Trader Joe's. Like Trader Joe's, I'm driving to Buffalo. I gotta go to Trader Joe's. People go crazy. Seat to Table is
the best,
noticeably better.
It's
not even comparable.
Okay, so first thing you do when you walk in, obviously, is just there's 5 bars in the place. You walk in, your shopping cart has a wine glass holder. So you're expected to like.
And wait, they're not shitty bars too. They're like cool bars.
They're
like
cool.
Like you want to sit down and drink
Where
at these
is
grocery
this?
stores.
Okay, so this
Naples.
is in Naples.
Yeah, but where in Naples?
By
north
my
or
place in Pelican Bay. So like.
Oh, okay, Pelican Bay. No, I know exactly where that is.
So location's great. Location's awesome.
Mind you, Naples fucking slaps.
No, it isn't.
Naples
Oh,
is
I thought you
great.
said it was awful. I was gonna say that's the best place ever.
No,
Fifth Ave?
Naples slaps.
I found out where people party on Fifth Ave now.
Where? I can tell you everywhere.
The Italian restaurant right when you turn on to. Right when you turn
I always
on
thought it
to
was
Fifth
just
Ave.
Blue Martini. That's it.
Right
No,
beside
but
Blue
that's-
Martini. No, not Blue
no,
Martini.
Blue Martini's
Blue
more
Martini's
north.
shit. Blue Martini's.
And that's like all the cougars and all like the wealth guys go and like they just like torment little children like me.
You're not little children anymore.
I was when I went.
Blue Martini, and that cigar lounge is right there too.
Yeah, well, there used to be Patty Murphy's on 5th or 3rd.
Okay, but it's
That
like right when
moved.
you turn onto it. You know that Persian restaurant
Yeah.
right across the street.
People, it's still is
It's
it
an
open
Italian
late?
restaurant, and like all the university kids are going there. All the college kids are going there, and it
Really?
was rammed.
Wait, which college?
There's like in the States, in Florida. There's
No, but like which one's it? Which the big one in Naples?
I have no idea.
So
but
No,
Fort
no.
Myers is Florida Gulf
There's
Coast.
no big college in Naples, but everyone goes to stay at their grandparents' house
Oh.
over their spring break.
yeah. So I'm there, and
Florida Gulf Coast is like a fairly decent sized university. It's not small. I think it's still like 40,000, 50,000.
yeah. So look, you're in a Seat to Table, and we meet these people, we meet these Canadians, and we're just connecting with them, and they're like, oh my god, we got to tell you, like, we love this place, but during COVID, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean? Explain. They're like, well, we came here during COVID, and they kicked us out. I'm like, why would they kick you out? They're like, because we wouldn't take our mask off. And inside, I was smiling so loud, but I'm like, I didn't want to be rude, so I'm like, oh my god, that's horrible. Then I'm like, I didn't know I could love this place anymore. I didn't know.
Florida is a special place, and I fucking love it.
It's the best. It's the best. I absolutely just see.
Was it Daniel? Was I talking to you about this like recently? About how like I'm gonna spend the goal this year is to spend, or this winter to spend about 4 weeks down in Florida.
We just talked about this on this episode before the podcast with me and with Keyah.
I think you should spend like 6 days a month there.
Well, that's literally that's
Just
what I
talked-
said? Is that
You
what I
said
said?
this like 30 minutes ago.
yeah. That's the plan. Like
That's the move.
I'm just happier down there.
Dude,
Wake up, go for a walk or a run or a workout. You can still get your work done, except the only difference is you're by the pool or you're somewhere warm.
100%.
And then after work, you go for a walk, you go swimming. You're eating better food because you feel healthy because you're in the sun.
Yeah.
Like,
Like, I just feel like even like when I worked, I literally did 2 days working in Florida when I was with you at your place. The mornings I'd work literally just in your house, and then I'd either go to your backyard or to the pool in the afternoons. But even then, like it was just coming, like you could easily work, and then by 5 p.m. you're out doing stuff. Whereas here, 5 p.m. I'm running to my house wanting to go to bed,
because miserable.
especially in the winter. Hate doing
Winter
anything.
here? Oh yeah, going out in the slush, your feet get cold, your feet get wet. It's like, and like honestly, we've been there, done that for years here. It's like,
Don't get me wrong. A Saturday night Leaf game in Toronto,
For sure.
when I'm already downtown, nothing beats it. Like a good Leaf game when the Buds win,
yeah,
and you go out on King West, and every
Sure.
bar is slammed, and everybody's having a good time, and it's not too cold that Saturday night. It's like 5 to 10 degrees where you're not freezing without a winter coat.
yeah,
Those fuck like
fine, I accept.
bangers. But the Tuesday night when it's minus 20 and there's freezing rain and the 427 and the Gardner and the DVP and the 401, nothing's moving. And the 407's slow because everyone's driving 50 because there's a little bit of ice on the road. Just fucking kill me.
Killer.
This winter, and you guys all know me, I'm the happiest fucking person alive.
Yeah.
Like literally the happiest person alive. This winter, there was days where I was like, man, like this fucking sucks. Like I'm fucking, this is seasonal depression.
Yeah.
And it's just brutal.
It's real. Seasonal depression is
Oh,
real.
it
And
is.
honestly,
well, statistically real.
as you get older, I don't know if it's just older depression, but like seasonal depression is
Well,
real.
my also family vacation this year, we went to Banff.
Yeah.
That was on a warm vacation for us. We all loved it. It was a great time, but like we all agreed that unless we're going to like Switzerland or somewhere in the Alps or Aspen, we will
You
never.
also went on a cold non-ski trip.
Yeah. But actually it was pretty warm there for like
If I'm going, don't get me wrong, I went to Whistler this year and had one of the best times I've ever had. Like Whistler cracked my top 5 favorite places in the world. Like Longhorns and Whistler is top 3
So much
places
fun.
in all time for me. Like one of the anyways, that's another conversation.
I almost had to get like helicoptered out my first time in Banff.
Wow.
I didn't realize how fucking hard it is and scary it is.
What do you mean?
Not to mention cold.
So I was really it was 5 degrees when I was there. So
5.
we
I
could
was
not
minus
complain.
33 when
Yeah,
I
no,
was there.
it was very not normal.
On the ground, minus 33, and they said it was 20 degrees colder at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, so we didn't ski. Like we hiked up one of the mountains, did like walks, but we didn't ski.
And my brother's like, yeah, we're fine. We put in 2 heat warmers in my legs and my hands, and I couldn't feel my body. I did 3 runs. I'm like, I'll see you at the bar. I'm like, I'm done.
Yeah, it gets really cold. We just got really lucky given climate change in Canada.
So you're in Banff, right? Did you go to the what do you call it when it's naturally like heated by
The hot
the
spring?
earth?
Hot spring.
Hot spring. The hot spring at the top of the mountain. It's really, really dope.
Yeah, I heard it's cool.
Yeah.
Keyah, before we wrap up on Meme Pal, what's next for Meme Pal? So obviously you're gonna launch in Canada. You're doing the photo shoot. Get the social media going. Do you have like new designs you want to release or anything?
New designs. We're gonna start rolling out new designs probably. I want to get our first season like notarized. I want it to go viral first, and I think that those paddles absolutely should be viral, and they will be. But after that, definitely new seasons.
I was gonna say like seasonal paddles would be really cool. Like a fun Christmas
Listening
one.
to him, he just said this before. He's gonna do season 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, but I'm saying seasonal. It's like a Christmas paddle, a Christmas meme paddle.
Oh.
That's not like
It's because we've been jumping around so much too. It's like we get sidetracked, and then like, wait, we got to go back to that.
I know, like literally, I'm like usually I'm the one that keeps the thing, but I'm the one that's jumping all over the place
As
here.
soon as I heard you repeat yourself, I'm like, oh, something's up right now.
Yeah. Okay, so you're gonna launch the new paddles, all that stuff. What's the goal with it?
Go with it. I don't know. Just have fun with it. That's as far as I've thought.
I'm
I got my
assuming.
new project that I'm working on too.
Can you tell us?
Oh yeah. I've been holding it close, but I'm close enough that we're gonna be launching it like imminently. Like probably by the time people start seeing this,
This will be out in a week.
It's nuts. It's Zins obviously.
Yeah.
I got the Zin holster.
Wait, shut up. What?
It's a Zin holster.
Shut up. That's the most frat boy thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
So it's got a spinner on it.
It's
got
like a
the quick
fidget
pop
spinner
out. Yeah,
and holder all at the same
it's
time.
all in the same. So it's a fidget spinner,
How
and
do you
then
come up with this, Keyah?
dude, just
Where does this come? Let me see it. Take it off.
a
Let me see
million
this.
ideas. We're just finalizing. It's called Zolster.
You know what's nice though? You have a bunch of ideas, but you're actually executing them.
You have
A lot
to.
of people wouldn't be executing these like meme paddles, things like this. Like they just think it's
Oh, meme paddle, like everything is a learning experience, and I'm a sponge, right? Like
Yeah.
I embrace mistakes, and like I love
This is
learning.
hilarious.
This is going to the moon. I guarantee it.
you gotta
Yeah.
get that over to like Sweden, all like the Nordic region.
Oh, we have everything lined up
They're
already. We
massive
have
there.
we know the
Doing this
social
with-
media.
Where does this come from?
This is
Give us the
myself.
story.
This is me.
Just for fun, like
This
you
is
can't,
me,
you
myself.
Just, you rip zins. You're like, oh, wouldn't it be
I
nice if
saw,
I had a
like,
phone holder for my zin?
Somebody had a really shitty made one, and I'm like, I can make that a million times better. And I just did it. I just did it. And like they're making the mold right now for us. The mold will be ready in about 25 days. We're ordering about 5,000 units. Again, we're incorporated in the States. We're doing a big social media push. We're going to get in the hands of, there's a couple big social media influencers that are like all around Zin. We're going to get in their hands if we have to pay them, whatever. But this is version 4. Version 5 is coming in, which is the final design. We changed up the logo a little bit, made it a little bigger. And we
You could even
changed the
market
hook
this
in
for
the
like
back.
girls to put like the hook in their purses, so they don't lose it in their purse.
The hook in the purse?
Like,
What do you mean?
So you know how you put it against your
Yeah.
pants here?
Yeah.
So girls aren't going to put this on their pants, but they can put it inside their purse if it's big enough. There's usually pockets.
Yeah.
That's why they don't lose it in their bag.
Smart.
So you
Okay,
can market that
so
to
well,
women like that.
what we're gonna have.
Wow,
so this,
I need a cut.
So this.
Danny says one thing and wants a cut.
No, dude. Honestly, I gotta give Vay credit too. She's really been helpful on this. She came up with the logo actually, but the hook itself kept on coming loose. Like on this pants, it works, but we went with the pager. We went with the pager hook. I don't know if you remember the old school pager back in the day. It's got like the S to it.
Yeah.
So that's like their final version. I think it's gonna be the Holy Grail, and we.
Keyah, I fucking love that.
So yeah, that's it. Like.
Obviously, I'm assuming you zin a lot.
Right in.
I'm assuming you zin a lot.
All the time. I've had one in the whole time.
See, it's just not for me.
You can't tell. Like I'm so good that you can't even tell like a change in the voice or anything at this point. But I'll put it in
Zolster.
We do not promote tobacco products.
Fuck
do.
it.
And
If you want to,
cancer.
go ahead.
Hey,
do
look,
it.
it's-
Do what makes you happy.
It's equivalent to like a flask. It's whatever a flask would be. Sorry, Rick. I just.
Mine's done. Mine's done anyways.
Okay, it's yours. Okay, so this is mine.
Yeah, mine's done.
Oh, okay, cool.
Keyah, I fucking love that.
Dude, appreciate
you.
it. Appreciate it. This is one. This idea I think is like one of the better ones. One of my buddies who like I call him about all my fucking. I have a million ideas. Some are super stupid. Some are this. And he goes, Keyah, this is the most hilarious, best idea you've ever come up with so far.
Okay, what's the stupidest?
Stupidest.
What's one where you call him and he's like, Keyah, never mention that to anyone ever again?
Oh man, I gotta think about this. Stupidest one. Stupid.
You know, it's one that
It was great, but
Which one?
to you it was great.
To
clearly,
me at the time, no, but I'm coachable. If you like, I'll bring you an idea, and I'm like, if you can break it down with me logically, I'll agree with you. You know what I mean? But let me think. Give me a second. What you guys?
Well, I'll tell the story. So me and Shay, one of my best friends, we had this idea once for button covers, like promotional button covers. So you know when you go to Earl's, they all got black shirts with clear buttons or black buttons. You could have little covers, silicone covers, kind of like a cell
Earls
phone
on
case.
them,
Mm-hmm.
With that had like the Earl's E.
like the logo.
Or like originally we thought about it for like Boston Pizza because we were thinking about going on Dragon's Den and pitching it to what's his face?
Kevin O'Leary.
No, the Dragon Den that owns Boston Pizza.
Oh,
His son's the GM for the Leafs.
yeah, we know that. I don't know. his
Whatever,
name,
you know what
but-
I'm talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're thinking about how nice it would be because it's
His
such
son's
a
the
cheap thing.
GM of the Leafs.
Yeah, or his nephew or something.
They do fucking look alike.
Who is it?
I don't know.
The GM of the Leafs or the president of the Leafs was either GM or president or coach. She's like one of the head office guys of the Leafs. Is the son of one of the guys from Dragon's Den. He's my favorite dragon too because he's like the best. He would invest in all the good ones I like.
You don't know his name.
Can't remember right now. Slipping.
Well, obviously Canadian.
Anyways, he's the guy who started. He's the franchise king. He started like I think it was Jiffy Lube and Boston Pizza.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
Jiffy Lube and Boston.
So we thought about these button covers. The only problem is that there's not a standard button size in the world. So like a lot of buttons are very different depending on if it's North American, if it's European, if it's a shirt, if it's a tux, if it's a women's shirt versus a men's shirt. There's so many different size buttons.
It's also
a button cover. So like, I guess you'd have like
So
a
you know-
sheet. I guess you'd order like a sheet with different sizes.
Well, so
right?
the idea was because it would be like your like it'd be a suit. The name was Suit Sidekick.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd sell it with a tie, like a tie and maybe like just the button covers or a bow tie and button covers or like
yeah, but what makes them not be able to just go get custom buttons at that point? Probably same price.
no, custom buttons are expensive and you need to sew them.
Well, no, you can probably get a manufacturer for that.
Okay, but then you still have to put them on the shirt. How do you put them on the shirt?
Well, how do you think the Hooters people are getting all the Hooters uniform? You get it from a wholesaler.
Mhm.
So that's what you would do if you're gonna go that far as getting a custom shirt. Why?
No, but that's what
or
I'm saying. Most people
custom
don't.
buttons.
Button covers cost nothing. It'd be like $1.50. Not even to manufacture probably like 10 cents a button cover.
Go ahead. You can.
Well, no, this was like 20 years ago. We gave up on the idea because it's just not worth the time and effort. I'm like, fuck it. To make a couple bucks, I'm selling someone for $10. This fucking sucks.
But the margins though on like a 10% product like that would be.
Oh yeah,
great.
huge margins. But yeah, so if anybody wants this idea, it's called Suit Sidekick, and they're button covers, branded,
Just toss them a royalty.
branded button covers, or let's say tuxes. Like right now, I'm buying a tux for Dirk's wedding. Some of the guys had to bring their shirts back because the buttons weren't black, and we were supposed to all have black buttons. Imagine you're the tux rental place and be like, oh fuck, we screw up here. Take these covers.
Mhm.
You're a
Smart.
genius.
It's kind of smart. No, I get it. I get the idea.
Okay, what's your worst idea?
I honestly, off the top of my head, one of my ideas, I don't know how, it was like my brother and I came up with this idea. I don't know how it never took off because it's still to this day, I don't know how it doesn't exist. You called it caviar, like Kavoosi, electronic receipt. So I was like, I don't know why you can't go to a store and just scan your phone and get a receipt, like, and it would just be stored on your phone. It's still paperback, like.
Oh, like you know how like now we go and put our phone numbers in, they can text
Exactly.
us.
I don't know why there isn't like because
Like
you
a
can
tap
tap your
function.
phone. I don't know how you can't just
That's
tap
actually smart.
to make.
That's
all
really
your
smart.
and all your receipts just be it in your app
And your
on
phone,
your
because
phone.
then you have to go if it's a business or something, you have to go and expense it anyways. You have to keep track of it.
Exactly.
Having it right on your phone is so much more
Every
convenient.
store should just have that integrated that you can just tap the receipt, tap the
Well, did you
receipt.
see that you're now going to be able to ask for money like just by tapping each other's phone? Like, hey, I owe you. Okay, tap.
In the
Danny's
states,
gonna
in
be
the,
trying to
state,
tap
in the
my phone
states,
all
they've
the
had
time.
that forever. In the
I've
states,
done it
again,
before.
we're so behind in the states. Like when you say e-transfer, like they're like, oh, Venmo me or like,
Okay,
or
but
Cash
the
App
States
me.
is also very behind in other aspects.
Oh yeah, when you go to restaurants,
Like
you
when
have
they
to give
take
your
my
credit
card, like
I
fuck.
know.
How
The only thing I
annoying.
dislike about Florida, like, but
Come on, like
but
grow up
I'll-
now.
yeah.
Give me the machine. Let me tap.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm like,
annoying.
do you take card like Apple Pay? I'm like, I guess.
And then they could fuck up your tip too, and you're already gone from the restaurant.
yeah,
Because they go and do it after. You sign, they give you your bill, they take your card, you get it back,
It's
you put
so
your tip
true.
on, you leave. They could adjust that, no problem. They took your money. They have your card.
Yeah,
Can't
because
fight
then you
that.
claw back.
Okay, can I claw back $10, please? Like,
Fucking right. Yeah, $10,
and then to go through that effort, that's $10 of my time wasted.
it's true.
I agree.
I don't get it. I don't get.
I think that's
I've always
ridiculous.
wondered how like they've started to obviously integrate cards at the table more, which makes a lot.
Well, so many people
Clearly
are
more
tapping
sense.
now too,
Yeah,
like with their phones.
I don't.
Apple
I don't
Pay,
bring my wallet out. I don't
most-
bring my wallet out.
Most people don't,
Ever.
especially in New York too. Everyone just uses their phone for everything.
Yeah.
But
What if your
you go
phone
to a
dies?
restaurant? Huh?
What if your phone dies? That's why I always bring my wallet no matter what.
Same, but I've done that before. Like I bring
Then
my
I'm
wallet.
like, babe, can you pay for this?
Yeah, no, crazy.
Like I hate when people don't have their. I think it's smart to at least put one card on your phone.
You have
God
to.
forbid you forget your wallet. At least you have a way to pay
Always.
instead of making your friends pay.
It's fair.
That's my initial go-to. Like I will not buy something if that's the case. But if it's someone like one of us,
Yeah,
and I'll be like, obviously you guys would cover me for.
yeah.
I'll pay you back in like.
Actually,
6
I'll never
months, don't
cover
worry.
you. Did you hear what Keyah did? I'll never let him live this down. Live this down.
Oh
No, what
my
happened?
God, are we going?
Laissez faire. Okay, me and Becca are there. You're probably there somewhere. And I don't know what we were talking about. But we had said hi to him before
Yeah.
and we're talking. And this is literally before when I was like, yeah, I'm investing in mean paddles. Like literally, Ricky didn't involve me in Toronto United. Keyah, I'm investing. Pickleball. Like we were hanging out. Me and Becca are at the bar. And he was in the bathroom. He left. Me and Becca go in. We leave. Now we're ordering a drink. He comes to us. You guys stole my phone.
I didn't open it like that.
You
I
basically,
said,
hey girls, you stole my phone. You guys were in the washroom after me. You took my phone.
I said, look, I hate to do this. I absolutely hate to
but
do
you
this.
took my phone.
But you guys were the only ones in the bathroom after me. Therefore, if my phone was with me when I went to the bathroom and there it wasn't,
He blamed.
I'm like, I hate to do this. And then, what's George's cousin's name? He lives at 75 Portland.
Oh, Dimitri.
Dimitri was like, Keyah, this is a serious allegation. I'm by the way,
Keyah,
I am
coming to bat
I am
for
so
us.
drunk. We've been like day drinking all day, and like I'm like, dude, I know how this looks. I feel really guilty about it, but they're the only ones in the bathroom. So he goes, okay, let's go deal with it. So he's like, girls, this, and they're like, this guy's like, you're an idiot, Keyah. You think we'd steal your phone?
Like,
This,
you
that.
think we'd take your phone? Like, come on. Like,
Yeah.
who do you think we are? Like, most of the time people are stealing my phone because I leave it all over the place.
So-
He's going. And then Becca.
Okay, so what happened?
You know how Becca is. Oh my God, this guy just blamed us. Like, who does
Yeah.
he think
Becca
we
probably
is?
took it so personal
Oh
too.
my God. Like, literally, it was to our cores.
So that
He leaves. We like go on about our way. We're like, fuck Keyah. Like telling everyone, fuck Keyah. Like, what an asshole. Blah, blah, blah. Comes back to us with his phone. It was charging.
yeah, I was like, oh, I'm like, hey, I just want to come up. I have to apologize. I remember it was charging, and then. You look at me like whatever, and Becca's like, "Fuck you."
Literally, she looked, fuck you, and she turned away.
Yeah, she swore, and I was like, I said, I deserve that. I said, I deserve that, and just like I just owned it. And then every time, Danny will just out of the blue just be like, "Hey, remember when you told me I stole your phone?" I'm like, "Oh God."
Could you imagine?
I
That's a
wish I
funny
was there.
story,
That is a funny story.
Yeah, maybe you weren't there.
Yeah, it was
I definitely was
embarrassing,
not
but
there.
it was the moment you should have seen the eureka moment where I'm like, oh no, it's charging.
Well, it happened to me once in Montreal, but I didn't blame anyone. I just thought I lost my phone. I said, "Oh, I lost my phone," and then it was like
That
a
would have been
eureka
better than what I did. And
it was a
accusing you
eureka
guys.
moment, and I was like, "Shit!" I asked them to charge it because it died, and then I left without getting it.
Classic mix-up.
Yeah.
Fucking right. Well, Keyah, we're actually nearing that time. I want to ask, what's the rest of the year look like for you?
Rest of the year,
Finding me a place.
going to finding Danny
you
a
are-
place.
that's a
We're
small
going out
part.
tomorrow night, which is exciting. Got some good ones lined up. Going to south of France next month.
Unreal.
No
Yeah.
way. Where?
Nice.
Yeah.
So nice. You have to
Nice.
go to Ez if you have like a day trip or something.
Can you text it to me and let
Yeah.
me know? I'm open. Like a buddy of mine is Artie. Artie is he has a place for a month and a half in south of France, overlooking the Monaco Pier. And he's like, dude, just,
I should give you Artie's shirt to give back to him. I think it'd be funny just to give it to him.
Yeah, don't even. We won't say
We
anything.
won't
I'm just
say
gonna
it.
wear it. I'm just gonna wear it.
Yeah.
And to see
So
his
Artie had
reaction.
this really nice shirt in Mykonos like 4 years ago.
You took it?
No, I didn't take it.
Yeah, right.
I
Just
just,
like,
I just haven't
just like
given
I
it back.
didn't take Kia's phone.
Listen. So one day he was wearing, I'm like, yo, bro, that shirt's fucking sick. Where'd you guys? Like, bro, it's like 3 years old. I'm like, it's sick. It's the perfect. He's like, you should wear it. It'll look better on you. I was like, I'm not wearing your shirt. Like, you're going out with this. He's like, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even want to wear it. You wear it. He goes, takes it off, comes back and he's like, I'm not wearing it, Ricky. You wear it or it's not getting worn the rest of the trip. So I'm like,
I can remember that.
fuck it. I'm going to wear it. I wore it that with like a fedora kind of, like a top hat kind of thing. And I had these like clear glasses too. I have a fucking picture. I had my ripped jeans on too. This is before the leg tats though. But yeah, I remember that. It looked fucking sick.
That trip was great.
So I have the shirt. Mind you, it's a very seasonal shirt. Like you can't wear that in Toronto and think you're cool. Like it's that was for Mykonos. So I still have it. I'm gonna give it to you, and then you gotta bring it.
I'm just gonna take it with me. I'm not gonna
Just
say
wear
anything.
it. Just wear it.
So he rented a house for a month and a half. He goes, dude, you're more than welcome. And I was talking to Vay. I'm like, we need a trip. We need to end the summer off on a trip. And she's like, I've always wanted to go to France. I'm like, funny you say that, because Artie's a bougie.
Oh, I saw her post the other day. Yeah.
Yeah. So, dude, Air France, business class round trip, $7,300. What? Business class to Nice from Toronto, like.
Why didn't you use points? Still
Because
expensive.
it was
7,300.
850,000 points
Oh, okay.
Like 7,300 each or
total. 7,300 for two people. For two people.
Going from here to Athens is $8,000 for one way.
What?
Business class.
Yeah, so Air Canada was 15 grand. Air Canada was 15K for the layover to be in Montreal to directly
And there's
to
always
Nice.
my friend almost did that. She was going
Yeah.
now Turkish now
15
just so she could
grand.
get business class.
And
to go to
Air
Athens.
France, I'm sure is gonna be bougie
My-
too. They're French, like
Am
they're
I
like,
the only fucking peasant
sais
that
quoi,
doesn't
you know?
fly air?
No,
like,
I'm doing economy.
Yeah,
I
I
couldn't
do-
justify
I do
Air Canada
economy,
prices this
leg
year.
space with the extra leg
I
space.
have PTSD. I came back from Brazil. I booked it last minute, and I got stuck in economy. Everybody else on you on the planet is in business and in premium.
Yeah.
I'm the only one in economy, and my seat didn't recline for a 10.5 hour flight. I am.
See, I sleep.
done.
I sleep
Done.
regardless, so like it's not that big of a deal for me.
Yeah.
But it's
I
like once
can't.
you go once business or once premium economy, like it's hard to go back. But at the same time, you suck it up. Like, what are you gonna do?
I was
Who do we think
supposed
we
to-
are?
But for 7,300 for two people,
No, that is justifiable.
round.
But
Not even
would
one
you
way.
rather? Because this is what my friend's doing. She, initially, her flight, like she's changed it now, but it was Toronto to Montreal, Montreal to Turkey, overnight layover, Turkey to Athens, or Toronto to Athens, premium economy.
Wild.
No, which one would you rather?
Obviously, the bunch of stops. No.
Really?
Oh no, bunch of. I thought
A
that
bunch
was
of stops just to get business?
No, I thought that was her destination. Like I thought she was. It's
No,
either
her
like just-
destination's Athens, so she's going
Okay.
Toronto, Montreal, Montreal to Turkey, Turkey to Athens,
Okay,
just so she can get business
you're kidding me.
from Montreal to
Sounds
Turkey.
like
No,
my
that's
brother,
that's
yeah.
ridiculous.
That's not
No,
worth
I
it
thought
for
it was like either the same cost, go all those stops and enjoy your trip, or just one.
No. Like
or just
your
one
her
flight.
layover is like you go sleep, get up, go to the next flight.
Okay,
Got
so
it.
wait, let me ask you this, and then
Wild.
we'll wrap up.
No.
Would you rather fly direct from, let's say, Toronto to France, regular economy, extra leg space, but economy, or with a layover in Montreal, premium economy, in business?
Layover Montreal business.
Layover Montreal business.
But I
yeah.
actually hate layovers.
But I would would I lose sleep in economy? I'd rather I'm a big
Or
direct
I'd rather
guy,
just
but
drive to Montreal at that point. and then just
Okay, that's
fly
crazy.
from
Whoa,
Montreal.
whoa,
That's
whoa,
an extra
whoa, whoa.
4.5 to 5 hours.
Yeah, but I could stay a night in Montreal, see family, see friends.
So you'd rather spend a night in Montreal than be in Europe?
I could work in Montreal.
You can be in France Junior for one night for Europe.
Yeah, I don't care. I don't know why I'm saying this because I don't give a fuck about economy, premium economy, whatever. It's nice if you can get first class, but
Yeah,
I also just can't justify paying
a
that much for
norm.
no reason.
I was actually supposed to fly business class my first time a couple weeks ago, and I didn't.
You didn't do it? You haven't done it yet.
Haven't done it.
Dude,
You've never done it?
Dude, it is. Don't do it at this point because it's
I'm
just
not.
it'll ruin you. It'll.
So I'm gonna have to do it on my way back from Europe because I'm going to. So I have a pickleball tournament. Then I come in Calgary. I come back home. Then I got George's wedding. So Greece, Athens, Mykonos, or Monovasia, Mykonos.
You guys are going to that.
Then Mykonos, I gotta go from Mykonos to Edmonton, and I leave Friday morning.
Direct?
No, so
No,
I gotta go.
obviously.
I gotta go Mykonos to most likely Athens or somewhere in Europe, and then I'm gonna hopefully get direct from that place to Edmonton or Calgary, and then drive from there. But I'm gonna leave Friday morning, and I gotta be back. I have to be in Edmonton by Friday night, the latest, because I got pickleball Saturday, Sunday.
That's wild. That's a crazy flight.
You're going to want to sleep.
Is there
too.
even Europe to Edmonton direct?
So I don't know, but I know there's Calgary to Europe direct.
Okay, so it
So-
must have Edmonton too.
So
then.
it's only a 3-hour drive, so it's not the end of the world. But I will be flying either business or like premium economy, some special seat.
You're gonna need business on that flight. See, I'm like,
That's a team expense.
Look,
The
7
team pays
hours
for it.
up, you need business. 7 hours up, you need business.
Nah, I can do it.
See, here to Athens, I don't know. I've done it all. I've done both, and like I sleep the whole time though.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
No, it's
I was gonna say what? So anything else? So you talk about
No,
France.
that
The
Florida-
Zolster is gonna be launching.
This is going to the moon, so this is gonna be exciting to watch it grow and flourish. And then Mean Paddles also Florida in the fall. It's gonna be great to be down there with. You're gonna be down there too, so we're gonna have some fun.
I love that.
Thanks for having me
Anything
back.
else?
That's it. Thanks for having me back.
Kid, it's a pleasure having. It's a shame it took us this long to get you back on.
Dude, it's better late than never, but I love you
Agreed.
guys, and I'm so happy what you guys are doing here. It's awesome. I want to just know where I can sign my name.
Wherever you want, buddy.
Front and
Pick
center.
That wall has been used and abused, but
Wherever
I'll
you
pick a
want.
good spot. I'll pick a good spot.
Keyah, if more people want to follow along to everything you're doing, Mean Paddles, Zolster, real estate, anything, where can they go? How can they find you?
My Instagram, Keyah Kavoosi. Zolster is going to be at Zolster Holster. Meme Paddles
fitting.
is Meme Paddles. We got all the best handles for everything.
Love it. Love it. Keyah, again, appreciate you. Love you, buddy.
Love you guys.
If you made it to the end of this, guys, we appreciate you. Thank you. Share this with your friends. Subscribe. Give Keyah a follow. Give Danny a follow. Give myself a follow. And other than that, Dan, you got anything you want to add? Sorry, I didn't even ask you this time. That was rude
No,
of
we're
me.
good.
Okay, so we made it to the end. Thank you, guys, and we will see you next week.
Bye.
You like to drink and to smoke to take away the pain, and I don't remember